Yes. Hope you had a good meditation.
Yes, madam.
I'll continue uh, reading the book, The Yoga of Nutrition by Omraam, Mikhael, and now we start. We started Hrani Yoga, no? Hrani Yoga. That
Yeah.
is, yeah, we
No,
started.
we have not started. We'll start today.
We are going to start. Okay, okay. So we'll
Yes, yes,
start
yes.
Hrani
Yesterday,
Yoga.
one chapter is
Mm,
completed. No.
Okay. So the second chapter is Hrani Yoga. So it is completely, he is talking about the complete yoga. The in chapter one we learned how chewing of the food is important, taking breath in between deep breath is important, and how to end the food. And while before eating, also gratitude, feeling that love, divine energy in the food. Like that, this complete concept he coined a word like it is a food yoga. Nothing but Harini yoga is food yoga, yoga of food. You know, like we are stressed in life, we turn our lives into yoga, Zen, transcendental meditation, and various other relaxation techniques. But he says, unless and until you pay attention to a thing like eating food, now you are don't have time for meditation, you don't have time for yoga or exercise, but eating food, definitely you will eat food, right? 3 times a day. So if you pay small details while eating food, that is giving a practice of attention, focus, the feeling of joy and happiness. If a small act or of eating food in a proper way 3 times a day, if you do, this focus, concentration, joy escalates throughout the day in all the activities you do. You can be a vice president, you can be a millionaire, or you can be anyone. But the small details, how you eat a food when you are in a place with a common gathering, how you handle the food. Suppose you're taking some other food and glass slips off, it falls off, and it shows the clumsiness, right? That means you are in a chaos. So the activities which you will do in future or after that, it shows the chaosness in you. There is no attention, focus, right? So he says, starting with the food, paying attention towards eating a food and being expert or being um, concentrating on that. Okay. So, okay, you are doing ritual of praying, expressing gratitude, eating, and everything. Okay, physically you are all okay, but inside your mind, if conflict is going on or there is an unrest while eating, that is also not good. No? So eating food
Yeah.
is also a kind of yoga exercise. Is a form of yoga. So when you eat correctly, it requires attention, concentration, and control. So with the practice constantly attention, then all your work will be the same fashion. Will be organized. A meal is a magical rite by means of which it is transformed into health, strength, love, and light. Important line, I love this. A meal is a magical rite by means of which food is transformed into health, strength, love, and light. Suppose you have eaten a food when you are very angry or agitated. Then have you noticed that whole rest of the day goes in a bad tempered and irritable and biased, and you face many difficult problems, and you want to take any decision in some issues, it will be always towards the negative viewpoint, not the positive viewpoint. And then
Yeah.
if you want to relax, you will take pills and these things, but this will not help. Temporary it will give, but it will not teach you how to eat. right?
Yeah.
As soon as you find yourself with a plate of food in front of you, you must put aside every other consideration, even those that are very important. But the most important of all at that point is to eat according to the divine rules. So, come what may, while eating, you stay there. I mean, you be 100% focused there. So, eating correctly, therefore, enables you to save both time and energy, isn't it? If you don't pay
Yeah.
uh, attention of eating. So many choking has also happened. You know, you gobble the food and choking happen, and even serious unconsciousness death also because food pipe and windpipe. No, you need to. That's why they
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
talk while you
Yeah.
eating because it goes
Yeah.
to
That's what they say when you're eating, you should not talk.
air pipe,
And yeah.
windpipe.
Yes.
So then
Yes.
it
Yes.
chokes. So it is a very important act which we have to uh, address. So if you
Yes.
don't pay attention, then what? Your life is gone. You will save both time and energy going to the hospital, this, that, and so it is indirectly saving both time and energy. So this is the
Yeah.
smallest action we can do in our everyday lives, but it has a very great significance. This you will not realize today or tomorrow, but down the line, it has taught you many things. Like in Japan and all, school children, they are, allowed or they are doing the activity turn by turn. Like canteen, few kids will do the cooking and then even cleaning the toilet and bathroom, certain set of kids, gardening, certain set of kids. So they take rotation in all these activities. So you can see their discipline, when they go to a hall of prayer or any place, the shoes you should see, it's all aligned and placed in a proper way. Now you see when you go
Yeah.
Budagar and all, the chappals are, even though stand is there, sandals are put here and there. It shows that
Yeah.
the small detail, it's a very small thing. You're keeping a shoe in a rack assigned. So keeping it also in a proper way
Yeah.
identifies your character that you are paying attention to even the smallest thing what you are keeping you know
Yeah. By that only we can make out whether you're organized or not.
exactly. So similarly here author is saying that eating food every day is like a yoga practice. So pay attention, focus and everything because food it develops the intelligence, love and willpower because the way we focus, the way we eat each bite with gratitude and love and energy. The food carries, etheric particle, which nourishes our etherical body, even astral body. So we should eat in a proper way so that all the essence of the food is being nourished to the deeper level of our self.
Yeah.
Okay, not only physical body but etheric and astral body. That gives you a full well-being. You don't need to run rounds of doctor visit.
Yeah.
So again, as I said, when someone is clumsy in his gesture at the table, it is a sign that he will blunder seriously in other areas of life as well.
Yeah.
So then his author is telling his experience of he's being invited and a meal and the hostess is like getting up 20 times because she has forgotten this or that or other things. So eating food, which is a daily thing. Yeah. So daily, the salt is required or extra for someone, or if someone likes spicy, pepper will be there on the table, or even the pickles or whatever. This is a daily thing, but still, a person gets up from the food 20 times, bringing this or that. So that shows that you are not paying attention to the
Attention
process
to
of
it.
eating a food.
Yeah.
There is always some or the other thing missing on the table. It is a sign that in other areas of life they are equally inattentive and careless. The way it is not in the book. I'm saying the way you make the bed also once you wake up. That's a very small practice, but then, as we read in Atomic Habits, it has a compounded interest in your life, the practice of even having the bed. So, like that, even eating food, the small, small activities, how you do, defines your ability to fulfill tasks in the field. People are incapable of living together because they do not respect or care about others. Eating together provides an excellent opportunity to develop and enlarge one's consciousness. Very important. Now, hardly anyone sits together. I think during festival or marriages, or I think in the temple prasad, we all sit together and eat generally. All are busy in there. Some
Yeah.
have something, some has someone has phone, someone, each room. Okay, now I'm not hungry. You bring it to my room. These are the situations happening now. So that oneness
Yeah.
consciousness can be built only when we are eating together. That develops, that expands. And one more important thing, when you are eating, remember to love your food. Generally, you say, oh, it is not good, it looks different. From the eyes, you see first, oh, the look itself is different, so I don't want to eat. There are some people like that. We are eating
Yeah.
food to, satiate our hunger, right? Not for your eyes, like every day you need pizza or your McDonald's or, paneer, biryani. You need to be what
Yeah.
acceptable, loving the food, whatever it is. It is for your stomach, for your hunger. Only then will it open up and give you all its treasures. So food has the treasure of giving you the full potential of health. But it will open only when you love your food. Very important. Like the flowers, you have seen how as the sun radiates, the flower blossoms nicely, and the sun sets and the petals are like closing up again. So similarly, food reacts the way you show your love, or you should show your love, then food opens up the treasures it carries. When you don't love the food and forcefully you eat, it will lock up all its treasures. But if you love it, if you eat with love, then it will open, pour forth its perfumes, and give you all its etheric particles. But nowadays we are used to eat mechanically without love simply in order to fill a void. Oh, time has come, now I am eating food. But try to eat with love and you will see what a wonderful state of mind it produces in you. You can develop,
Yeah.
he says, you can develop both your heart and your intellect during meals. That is what he said. Uh, but you can also develop your will by acquiring the habit of making controlled, rhythmical, harmonious gestures. Gestures and movements are the domain of the will. On days when you are feeling jumpy, let your meals be an occasion to learn to calm yourself. Chew your food slowly, pay careful attention to your gestures, and you will find that after only a few minutes you will feel quite calm again. So the best time to begin to learn self-control and self-mastery is during meals. And when you
Yeah.
eat in silence and peace, that state of mind stays with you all day long. So he says we may be reading so many yogas, Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Kriya Yoga, Agni Yoga. They're all magnificent
Yeah.
methods. But it takes years of practice to obtain even a very meager results. Whereas with Hrani Yoga, that is yoga of nutrition, results are extremely rapid. It is the easiest and most readily accessible of all yogas. And although it may still be on an unconscious level, every creature under the sun practices it. All the secrets of alchemy and magic are contained in this, the least known and the least understood of yogas. Okay, so the results of Harini Yoga, that is yoga of nutrition, are extremely rapid. Okay, and it affects our unconscious level. It deep percolates till your unconscious level. So we all are eating every day, 3 times a day at least. You have a golden opportunity to tune into heaven, to the Lord. For you have to eat 3 times a day. Everyone has to eat. Nobody has time to pray, read, or meditate. All right, but you all have to take a few minutes every day for your meals, right? So this few minutes you do in such a way that it nourishes your soul and your spirit. But people forget this and are only interested in social success. And we are on this earth only for a short time, and when we leave, we are not allowed to take anything with us, neither car, house, wealth. What stays with you is your inner riches. And these are the only acquisition that you can keep forever. So the inner joy, happiness, it comes through the Harini Yoga, the practice of yoga of nutrition. Okay, this completes our second chapter.
Okay.
The Harini Yoga is yoga of nutrition. Okay.